everyone, and welcome back to this new session. This sacred clearing is a multidimensional journey into healing, restoration, and true awakening. In this work, every layer of your being, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, is lovingly attended to as we release all distortions, contracts, curses, and false imprints that have altered the natural rhythm of your aging and life force. From the very inception of your soul's journey, you were created with the highest potential for eternal vitality and radiance. Yet, over countless incarnations and through various influences, be they cultural, karmic, magical, technological, or interdimensional, energetic blockages have accumulated. These may include oppressive contracts, dark pacts, erroneous time codes, alien or dimensional interference, and even neglect of your sacred physical vessel. This session is offered in full alignment with your higher self, divine source, and the law of karma, and is guided by the compassionate wisdom of the divine will. It works across all timelines, dimensions, realities, incarnations, and existences, known or unknown, from the very beginning of creation until now. Every energy that is cleared, released, transmuted, or realigned is done so for the highest good, for the soul's highest outcome and timeline. In this sacred space, we not only clear the energetic residues of past agreements and distortions but also honor the human body as a divine vessel. We restore your natural capacity to live in harmony with nourishing food, mindful movement, healthy rituals, and a balanced lifestyle, empowering you to maintain your inherent youth, vitality, and well-being. All souls connected to this sacred work are welcome to participate if they are beings of pure light and accompanied by those of like frequency. All negative influences, blocks, or sabotaging energies that seek to undermine this restoration are gently but firmly removed under the watchful supervision of Archangel Michael and all benevolent guardians. This is a work of profound transformation, a release of what no longer serves, a reclamation of the original, sovereign self, and an invitation to step into a state of wholeness, beauty, and everlasting renewal. May this ceremony open pathways for your entire being to realign with your true, divine nature, and to embrace life in its most sacred form. Now, take the time to center yourself, put yourself in a comfortable position where your body is well supported, and in a quiet place. Start by taking some gentle and deep breath. We now open this sacred space in full alignment with divine source, the higher self of each participant, the law of karma, the law of divine will, and all universal laws that uphold truth and love. We call upon the earth dragon and the white celestial dragon, one to anchor our healing in the earth's wisdom, the other to lift our sight to the clarity of higher realms. May their presence bring balance between body and soul, between time and eternity. We welcome Mother Gaia, who cradles this work within the living body of the earth. We invite the archangels, Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel, Zadkiel, Metatron, and Sandalphon, each in their divine function, to hold, protect, guide, and seal this space in unwavering light. We honor the angelic orders, the ascended masters of all traditions, the ancient elders of light, the star nations, and the cosmic councils of truth. We welcome the spirit of water, carrier of memory and purification. We ask the laws of karma, divine timing, and divine will to witness and guide this work, not as judges, but as stewards of right balance and sacred outcome. We now call forth, with sacred permission, all souls who are directly or indirectly connected to this healing and who are meant to be here in accordance with their soul's highest path. Let them be present only if they are beings of pure light, aligned with divine source, and accompanied by beings of light who walk in truth and service. Let all energetic blocks, interferences, sabotaging attempts, or dark influences that would try to disrupt or distort this clearing, whether through seen or unseen forces, be immediately removed and neutralized under the watch and supervision of Archangel Michael. His shield is now sealed around this space, unbreakable and absolute. This clearing now unfolds across all timelines, dimensions, realities, and incarnations, known or unknown, from the beginning of each soul's creation until this present moment. What is removed shall be fully removed, never to return. What is sealed shall remain sealed. What is restored shall be protected and integrated in divine alignment. This space is now sacred. The work begins. And so it is. May each soul arriving in this sacred session be held in the purest field of light, enfolded in divine love, compassion, and grace. May their human form, spirit, and energy bodies feel safe, supported, and ready to release all that no longer serves their highest timeline and soul evolution. May this healing be gentle, yet profound, unfolding in perfect harmony with their higher self. In alignment with divine source, the law of karma, and the law of divine will. May all that is cleared, removed, or transformed during this session be done only for the soul's highest outcome, with deep respect for their path and free will. For all that is ready to be released, known or unknown, may it be done without resistance, distortion, or fear. May the participant feel seen, protected, and honored in their full truth, without shame, guilt, or judgment. Let this work touch not only the individual, but gently ripple through ancestral lines, soul connections, and lifetimes where healing is still needed. And so, may this sacred clearing unfold in full benevolence, serving the highest good of each participant and all life connected to them. And so it is. We begin with clearing the Draconian hijack system that manipulates our age and time signature. This part targets a high-level parasitic system designed to interfere with your divine lifespan, soul timing, biological rhythm, and perception of age. These are not natural limitations. They are artificial age codes, timing hijacks, and energetic caps often installed through soul contracts made under duress. Reptilian or draconian systems controlling human incarnation cycles. Implants that enforce entropy and premature decay. AI or false matrix overlays altering the natural flow of time. Such systems are meant to drain life force, fracture divine timing, and keep humanity locked in fear of time, death, and bodily change, all to weaken divine will and discourage embodiment. You may experience this manipulation as chronic fear of aging, time slipping away, or being too late. Visible signs of aging that feel unnatural or sudden. Repeating life patterns tied to specific age thresholds. Constant urgency or dread about time. Physical collapse or energy drops linked to time-based programming. A disconnect from your own divine rhythm. This clearing dismantles those distortions at the root code level, across all incarnational strands and multidimensional templates. It restores your alignment with your original soul timing, your organic eternal essence, and the sovereign rhythm of your embodiment. We now call forth the divine source, the earth dragon, the white celestial dragon, Mother Gaia, the archangels, the angelic orders, the ascended masters, the ancient elders of light, the star nations, the cosmic councils of truth, the spirit of water, the law of karma, the universal laws, the law of divine timing, and the full presence of my higher self, soul counsel, and divine intelligence. We now ask for the full dismantling and permanent removal of all draconian hijack systems that manipulate our age, biological rhythm, life cycle, and time signature across all timelines, dimensions, incarnations, and soul layers. We ask that only what is in alignment with our higher self, divine source, law of karma, be cleared and removed. We revoke and dissolve all soul contracts, implants, age-related curses, karmic bindings, or genetic edits made under deception, duress, or suppression of will. All timelines in which I agreed to limited lifespan, premature aging, entropy programming, or any artificial decline. All energetic caps, siphoning systems, and false time grids meant to enforce decay, fear, or restriction based on age. We clear and dissolve the illusion that aging equals weakness, failure, or loss. We release the belief that we are running out of time or too late. We ask for the removal of all imposed time traps, parasite loops, and entropy codes. To anchor and seal, we speak. I am no longer governed by artificial timing systems. I am no longer controlled by fear-based constructs of aging. I am no longer bound to cycles that do not reflect my divine rhythm. With full authority, I now call back my original soul timing, my eternal blueprint of radiance, and my divine capacity to regenerate physically, emotionally, spiritually, and energetically. I realign with the true organic timeline of my being, where age is not decline, but sacred expansion. I restore the divine intelligence of my cells, my time field, and my regenerative flow. Let all artificial aging programs now collapse. Let all time hijacks now dissolve. Let all false overlays now be fully transmuted to the root. So it is spoken. So it is sealed. Now we continue with dissolving the aging matrix and false time grid. There exists, embedded across dimensions and incarnations, an artificial matrix of aging, not born of natural time, but programmed through distortion. This false time grid was seeded into the collective consciousness and body templates through manipulation, fear, contracts of servitude, and inversion of divine cycles. It echoes across galactic timelines of conquest and biogenetic control. Earth histories where fear of death became a tool of rule. Psychic imprints where birthdays became bindings, and age became a mark of decay. This matrix is not divine. It is not natural. It is not of the eternal source. It is now seen, named, and cast out. Beloved white celestial dragon, holder of pristine cellular memory and crystalline timelines, rise now. Earth dragon, guardian of divine embodiment, anchor us into truth. Archangel Metatron, realigner of geometry and sacred design, remove the scaffolding of false time. Archangel Raphael, healer of density and distortion, cleanse the body's memory field of programmed decay. Ancient Lyran and Arcturian elders, recalibrators of sovereign DNA, step forth. With the assistance of the divine source and in alignment with the higher self and oversoul of each participant, we call forth now the complete deactivation, dissolution, and dismantling of the artificial aging grid. Let the false constructs that bind age to suffering, youth to fear, and time to entropy be completely dissolved. Across all timelines, all incarnations, all bodies, physical, etheric, emotional, mental, spiritual, all soul agreements, known or unknown, in all parallel, alternate, and mirror realities. Let the field of each participant be lifted out of the frequency net of decay and restored to the organic spiral of divine time. Let the false light technologies, implants, time seals, memory loops, and energetic parasites linked to this matrix be pulled, burned in the violet flame, and returned to source, never to return, never to reattach. All reverse time loops, age accelerants, and decay sigils are now located and collapsed. With the breath of divine will, we now ask for a full cellular remembrance of the original ageless template. The pure code of eternal renewal is gifted by divine source before distortion ever touched creation. It is done. It is sealed. It is witnessed by the councils of truth. And so it is. Throughout time, many beings have unknowingly or consciously made vows, pacts, or soul contracts connected to aging, unnatural longevity, or avoidance of the human cycle. These may have been made in moments of grief, fear of loss, spiritual disconnection, or manipulation, such as swearing never to die, offering one's vitality for power, or pledging loyalty to beings who promised eternal youth or knowledge. In the process of releasing these, we ask that only what is ready to be cleared be released, always in alignment with the higher self, the divine source, the law of karma, and divine will. We speak the following. We now release all vows, promises, oaths, bindings, pacts, initiations, ceremonies, sigils, and written or energetic agreements that tie the soul to unnatural aging or longevity. With the law of divine justice as witness, these are lifted, dismantled, and returned to source to be purified. All fragments, energy imprints, or residue remaining in the soul, DNA, bloodlines, and spirit-body matrix are dissolved. Divine clarity and restoration are brought to the soul's original blueprint of incarnational timing, natural death and rebirth, and trust in divine cycles. It is done. It is sealed, and so it is. Now we continue with clearing curses, hexes, and dark magic connected to aging and decay. Curses and dark workings around aging can stem from lifetimes involving witchcraft, occult misuse, or retribution magic. These might manifest as wither spells, forced decay, entropy-based enchantments, or necromantic bindings. Some individuals carry ancestral or karmic curses from lineages accused of dark arts or from being cursed themselves. We ask that all that will be cleared and removed is in alignment with our higher self, the divine source, the law of karma, and divine will. With the aid of divine source, the archangels, and the spirit of water, all curses, hexes, bindings, blood seals, etheric spells, and miasmas tied to aging, decay, time rot, and forced mortality are now nullified and cleansed. All retaliatory energies and mirrored curses are dissolved. The aura, chakras, and etheric fields are swept clean of their imprints. Regeneration is restored on all planes, guided by the pure light of the soul's higher truth. It is sealed. It is done. In the vast history of our soul's journey, across lifetimes, timelines, realms, and realities, we may have, consciously or unconsciously, participated in actions, rituals, or roles that impacted the vitality, life force, and aging process of others. This could include the use of magic, manipulation of energy fields, participation in experiments, curses, spells, or technological interference that accelerated aging, drained youth, or shortened lifespans. Even if these actions were done under false teachings, coercion, ancestral duty, soul contracts, or collective programming, they can remain imprinted on our karmic field and create blockages to fully reclaiming divine vitality in this lifetime. This part is not about guilt or punishment, it is a sacred offering of purification. When we take accountability at the soul level and allow these distortions to be released through love, and free ourselves and others from chains we may have unknowingly forged. With the support of the Earth Dragon and the White Celestial Dragon, and under the complete guidance and witnessing of Divine Source, the Higher Self, the Law of Karma, the Universal Laws, and the Law of Divine Will, we now bring into the clearing space all karmic imprints, actions, agreements, or energies connected to participation in rituals, curses, technologies, or experiments that manipulated or harmed the aging, life force, or vitality of others. Any past roles where energy was siphoned from others to prolong youth or power. Unconscious use of spiritual gifts, energetic knowledge, or psychic abilities to dominate or diminish another's vitality. All energetic markings, soul imprints, or karmic debts created through these actions. Any distortions in our soul field that hold guilt, shame, resistance to release, or hidden identity patterns around these deeds. All frequencies of punishment, martyrdom, karmic loops, or unworthiness that remain from having once harmed others' aging or lifespan. We now fully surrender all of these energies to divine intelligence and divine grace for transmutation. We ask for the complete removal and dismantling of all remaining energy threads, etheric residue, soul contracts, blood pacts, vows, spiritual names, marks, seals, karmic bindings, rituals, karmic symbols, and soul permissions that allowed or upheld these distortions. We do not carry the burden of these past actions into this incarnation. They are returned to Source, healed in love. Beloved Divine Source, Higher Self, and Law of Karma, I humbly acknowledge any harm I may have caused, knowingly or unknowingly, to the aging, vitality, life force, or divine timing of any being across any lifetime, dimension, or existence. For any actions, energies, intentions, spells, judgments, interference, or ignorance that may have accelerated aging, weakened the life force, or altered the natural path of another's embodiment. I now ask for forgiveness, and I fully release and surrender these acts for transmutation by divine light. To all souls I may have harmed, I offer sincere regret, healing, and restoration. May your essence be returned to its original purity. May your vitality, youth, and divine rhythm be restored. And to any who have caused harm to me, I now extend forgiveness. In alignment with divine will, and for the liberation of all beings. May this circle of forgiveness and release bring peace to all involved, and serve the highest timeline for every soul. So it is. Now we move on with clearing alchemical, forbidden knowledge, and failed immortality workings. In many lifetimes, the pursuit of immortality led to the misuse of alchemy, elixirs, such as the Philosopher's Stone, or arcane texts. Engaging with forbidden knowledge or soul-splitting practices often caused soul fragmentation, cellular instability, karmic debt, or egoic distortions. Failed rituals or initiations may have reversed bodily aging, collapsed DNA structures, or resulted in the opposite effect, accelerated decay. We now call upon the ancient elders of light and the cosmic councils of truth to safely unravel and remove all remnants of forbidden rites, potions, sacred misuses, and distortions resulting from the manipulation of time, death, and aging. All soul shards scattered through misguided quests for eternal life are retrieved, purified, and reintegrated. Any seals of secrecy or ancient bindings are lifted in love. Wisdom replaces pursuit, and balance is restored. It is done, it is sealed. As this is clearing, we continue with clearing alien and interdimensional interference related to aging. Certain aging distortions arise from alien interference, exposure to dimensional rifts, or integration with technologies that warp time or degrade the cellular body. These may include parasitic symbiotes, time warping, memory overload implants, energetic contamination, or frequency interference. Souls who've lived in galactic timelines may carry residual effects of temporal experiments or energetic mutagens. With the assistance of the star nations, the law of divine will, and the guardians of dimensional portals, we now identify and clear all parasitic attachments, radiation exposure, timeline warps, energetic mutations, and alien technologies affecting cellular stability and aging processes. We ask for the collapse of all time loops, memory overload grids, and unnatural frequency fields. All DNA distortion and neural damage is gently repaired. The soul is sealed from further interference, held in the pure frequency of divine human sovereignty. It is done, it is sealed. We continue with clearing karmic, spiritual, and fairy realm imprints causing distorted aging. Some distortions arise not from direct action but from karmic or interdimensional interactions. In the fairy realms, time moves differently, mortals may age rapidly upon return. In spiritual realms, beings might return with altered time imprints or soul erosion. Karmic aging occurs when unresolved soul lessons or debts manifest as physical decline. Additionally, contact with death-linked spirits, time-bound hauntings, or fear-induced spiritual degradation may leave long-term etheric damage. We ask that all that is cleared is removed in full alignment with the higher self, divine source, and the law of karma, for the soul's highest outcome and timeline. With the guidance of the Earth Dragon and the law of divine justice, we release all soul contracts or bindings made in alternate realms, including the fairy courts, underworlds, or distorted astral zones. All time warp consequences, fear-induced aging, and karmic entropy are now dissolved. The higher self recalibrates the incarnational body to Earth's current time frequency. Where souls have aged through service, loss, grief, or spiritual overextension, divine replenishment is restored through grace. It is done. It is sealed. Let's go to clearing life force drain, vampiric links, and possessive entities. Some souls experience premature aging due to spiritual depletion. This may come from serving others without energetic boundaries, being drained by spiritual parasites, or being partially possessed by death-anchored entities. Others may carry links to vampiric energies, beings who steal youth/life essence, or experience deterioration when channeling for others without protection. We now call upon Archangel Michael, the Seraphim, to identify and dissolve all vampiric cords, energy leeching systems, and soul siphoning mechanisms. Possessive spirits, entities anchored to decay, or trauma-based gateways are gently but firmly escorted to the light. Any energy stolen or drained is recalled, sanctified, and returned to the soul. Divine protection shields the life force and strengthens all auric layers. It is sealed. Failed experiments, whether medical, magical, or metaphysical, often leave lasting cellular damage. These may include mutagens, treatments that cause telomere collapse, or energetic healing gone awry. Intentions to reverse aging may have unconsciously accelerated spiritual or physical degradation. In the presence of the angelic orders and the spirit of water, we now dissolve all cellular memory of failed rejuvenation attempts, medical manipulation, or accelerated entropy. Any etheric blueprints altered by experimentation are rewritten in harmony with divine intelligence. The cells, mitochondria, and telomeres are flooded with source light. Natural vitality is returned without artificial interference. It is done. It is sealed. We continue with clearing collective and cultural aging constructs and trauma. We inherit beliefs around aging from societal narratives, ancestral trauma, and visual or energetic imprinting. Stress, overwork, trauma, and internalized fear of time may accelerate aging at a cellular level. Cultural archetypes often equate beauty with youth and worth with productivity. With the aid of Mother Gaia, Archangel Raphael, and the Divine Mind, we now release all inherited beliefs, collective constructs, emotional trauma, and psychic overlays that have embedded into the body as premature aging. These are extracted gently, the nervous system is calmed, and the endocrine system reset. Divine compassion soothes the inner child and restores joy and timelessness to the physical form. It is done. It is sealed. This next part is about restoring divine trust in the cycle of life, death, and renewal. At the root of many aging distortions is fear of death, of loss, of fading away. True peace comes not from avoiding age or death, but from aligning with the sacred rhythm of life. When trust is restored, the body no longer holds tension, and the soul no longer resists time. With the white celestial dragon and the ascended masters in attendance, we now restore full trust in the divine cycles of incarnation, death, and rebirth. All resistance to the passage of time, fear of aging, fear of death, or desperation to remain youthful is tenderly released. The soul returns to the sacred rhythm of existence, cradled in the compassion of Source. And so it is. We end this session with clearing neglect of the body and dishonoring the physical vessel. In this part, we clear all patterns, beliefs, and imprints that lead one to mistreat, disregard, or neglect the sacred human body, the very temple through which the soul expresses itself. This includes unconscious self-sabotage, compulsive behaviors, addictive tendencies, or indifference toward the nourishment, care, and maintenance of the body. Some may carry deep cellular programming from society, ancestral lines, past lives, or spiritual communities that views the physical body as inferior, unimportant, or even as a burden. Others may disconnect from the body due to trauma, shame, or illness, leading to cycles of neglect, poor nutrition, lack of rest, or overstimulation. This part restores sacred union between body and spirit. It supports the reawakening of reverent awareness toward food, hydration, sleep, physical activity, breath, and touch. It also assists in clearing toxic cravings, karmic bindings to harmful substances, and resistance to self-care, all in loving harmony with the soul's path. We are not enforcing control, perfection, or vanity, but rather realigning with a state of love, respect, and communion with the physical form. This also includes clearing the rejection of practices and knowledge that support longevity, vitality, and graceful aging, including body wisdom, earth-based healing, and natural regenerative rhythms. We now call forth the divine source, the higher self of each participant, and the healing forces of the archangels Raphael and Ariel, Mother Gaia, the spirit of water, and the white celestial dragon to assist in this clearing. We lovingly remove all contracts, oaths, bindings, and beliefs that have disconnected you from your body's wisdom or made you resistant to caring for it. We clear trauma-based behaviors that manifest as poor eating habits, compulsive consumption, avoidance of movement, or extremes in body control. We release all foreign interference or parasitic energies that push addiction, numbness, or body rejection. We clear karmic patterns and ancestral imprints that normalize harmful relationships to food, rest, or physicality. We transmute all vibrational residues of apathy, self-punishment, or spiritual bypassing that reject the body as sacred. We call for the removal of all false beliefs that say spiritual growth requires bodily suffering, illness, or rejection of earthly pleasures. We invite in new patterns of loving awareness, joyful nourishment, balanced living, and soul-aligned vitality. Let every cell of your being remember, the body is not separate from the divine, it is part of the divine plan. Let all of this be released now, fully and permanently, in full alignment with divine source, the higher self, the law of karma, and the law of divine will. Let the temple of the body be restored to wholeness. Let the soul and body walk together again with clarity, care, and sacred joy. And so it is. Beloved ones, may all the healing, clearing, and restoration that has taken place in this sacred space gently settle into every layer of your being, physical, emotional, mental, energetic, and spiritual. May the light of your soul shine more clearly now, unobstructed by burdens that no longer belong to you. May your body return to its divine rhythm of health, youthfulness, and vitality, supported by your conscious choices and the loving guidance of your higher self. May the pathways of renewal, harmony, and inner peace continue to open within and around you, guiding you to your soul's highest timeline. And may all that has been removed today be transmuted into wisdom, compassion, and freedom, never to return in any form. You are deeply held, gently uplifted, and infinitely loved by the divine, now and always. Rest in this grace. It is done. It is sealed. It is complete. And so it is. We now give deep thanks to Divine Source, the infinite light beyond form and name, to the higher selves of all participants, to the Earth Dragon and the White Celestial Dragon, to Mother Gaia and the Spirit of Water, to the Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel, Zadkiel, Metatron, and Sandalphon, to the angelic orders Seraphim, Cherubim, and Thrones, to the Ascended Masters and the Ancient Elders of Light, to the star nations and cosmic councils of truth, to the law of karma, the universal laws, and the law of divine timing. You have witnessed. You have protected. You have aligned this work in accordance with divine will. We honor your presence. We seal this space with light. We return all energies to where they belong. We release all that no longer serves. Let all portals be sealed. Let all cords be cleansed. Let all beings return to their rightful place. We now close this sacred temple. The work is complete. The space is clear. The soul is free. And so it is.